Aloha and welcome to Showcase Hawaii, Hawaii's only home shopping show. I'm Wayne Nunez.
And I'm Lori Nunez.
We have a product for you that I think you're going to really love. And this is not only for women. I think men could wear it too. That,
Sure.
You know, to honor maybe
Yes.
somebody in the family that liked quilting, or as a little reminder. But we have a special price. This piece would be well over, $100, closer to $200
For sure.
at some shops. But it's a substantial piece. You can see it's almost 2 inches long.
I love the way this looks.
It's
and
beautiful.
we have a lot of you out there who love your sterling silver. And then many of you love the quilt design.
The great thing I like about this is because it's sterling silver, it's easy to clean. Some people will
Yes.
leave it out, and with the humidity, it might get a little tarnished, but it's actually easy to clean. We're going
Right.
to actually include a silver
Polishing
clean
cloth.
cloth. Yeah, exactly. And it's great because it's solid sterling silver.
Well, those of you who are silver lovers, you love your silver jewelry, most of you know the care is very simple. And that's what makes it so great, is that you can just have this forever and just polish it up whenever you want it to shine a little more. But that's what I love also about silver. And it does come with this beautiful chain. And
It's our new Chopin chain.
Yes, and as Wayne was saying, it's a very nice length. You can see that it's very noticeable in a good way, and it's a substantial size, and the chain is adjustable. So for those of you who might want to wear it shorter or longer, or depending on what you're wearing and your collar line, you may want to adjust it. That's what I think is always so great.
Now, if you have, let's say you want a more substantial chain, we do sell thicker chains. It's not included in this, but we are including a chain. You can see it has a bigger bale on it.
Yes.
So let's say you wanted a 3mm chain or a 4mm chain. It will fit through the bale. That's why I'm saying it's great for a man or a woman.
Right.
And if you want to pay homage to, did I say that right? Yeah, I think.
Homage.
Homage. If you want to pay homage to somebody in the family that was a quilter, I think this is the perfect way. You know, quilting in Hawaii has a totally different look and feel than quilting on the mainland.
Very true.
And I think that the images that are used, well, I know that the images that are used in Hawaiian quilts are totally different than the ones that are used on the mainland.
Right.
And the history that goes back with quilting here in Hawaii is just as amazing.
Well, wasn't it that at first someone noticed the shadow of the leaves on the ground and the ulu and
The pineapple.
Right. And so from that shadow image, they created some of the first designs, which is really neat.
And the skill to be able to do that, to draw out and to really focus on the more detailed parts of the shadow, but simplify it in a way that you could turn it into a quilt piece,
Right.
is an art within itself. But I really love the fact that each square is a different quilt
Right.
piece.
Yes.
And you're going to love it because we also have other quilt pieces that we're going to be featuring throughout the month. Earrings, bracelets, and we know that you love the quilt, but it's very easy to order. You could give us a call at 888-965-7467
or 808-892-3337.
or log on to www.showcasehawaii.tv.
And so many of you are ordering gifts to send to the mainland, and some of you live apart from your moms, and so you don't get to see them as often. And of course, in the past few years, it's been really difficult. So it's just nice to have something from Hawaii. And then a lot of you are calling saying you have children who are graduating or moving away.
Yeah, you want a little reminder, right?
Yes.
Of yourself.
Well, I think
them.
what we always talk about that's so nice is that when people notice the jewelry, if they're not from Hawaii, but they know you are, or they don't know you are, but they always want to ask, what is that design, or what is the meaning behind that, or where did you get something like that? And so it always opens up that conversation. And then, of course, people are always in awe that you're from Hawaii or you live in Hawaii. And it's nice because a lot of you are telling us that you're traveling again. So you're getting out into the world again, visiting with family and friends. And that's just really nice to hear.
Well, we purposely kept this price down because, as I said, this would be quite expensive if you were to go out and buy it at one of the retail shops. We kept the price down because we know this is your emerging, like your blossoming, part of your blossoming showcase party.
Butterfly,
that's it. You're coming out of your cocoon. You're turning into that butterfly.
We're coming out of isolation.
Exactly. So as people get out more often, they want to kind of, feel special. And this is a way to feel special. As I said, it matches with all our other quilt jewelry. So watch Showcase Hawaii because you'll be able to add to your collection.
Well, I always find it's fun when someone calls and they say, I've been watching, I've been buying gifts for others, but this one's for me. And
I like that.
Yeah, I really say, I encourage that. And it's funny because I'm sure they don't hear that very often. I'll say, oh, you deserve it. And then they kind of think for a minute and say, yeah, I do. And we always are giving to everybody else. And it's just nice to take a moment and think of yourself and treat yourself. And you may not get the gifts you always want because, again, we're not going to come on and say, oh, I really want that or I really want this, which we should, so people know what to get us. But this is a way where you can just get it for yourself, treat yourself.
Yes, it is affordable, just enough to where you could get it for yourself and not feel guilty, because I always feel guilty when I spend on myself.
But you shouldn't, right?
But I don't feel guilty when I get a good deal. So, yeah, you shouldn't.
Yes.
But we always have people call in, and Lori said, buy for other people. But it is nice every once in a while we'll get a caller that says, I'm treating myself.
Right.
The other thing I noticed lately, we've had a lot of men shopping.
Yes.
And it's kind of nice to see. And they finally realize, a lot of guys that are watching, I think you don't know the amount, or maybe you do, and that's why you don't even bother doing it. The amount of work that goes into having to put pants on, figure out where you're going, go into traffic, drive to wherever you're going.
Find parking.
And I feel a little bit self-conscious about going up to a salesperson and asking them and saying, well, what's this? What's good? What do you think? And sometimes you get the answer that, or they give you the answer that you want to hear. And sometimes they give the answer that you don't want to hear,
and sometimes they don't know.
And so,
they can't answer your questions.
In fact, I went to the grocery store today, and I was looking at sweet potatoes of all things, because there's, they're really good if they're done right.
Yes.
So I turn around, I see this guy in a nice shirt and a logo, and I'm not really paying attention.
Oh, I thought you were going to say he doesn't work there.
Well, that's the thing. I said, do you know how they roast the sweet potatoes in the deli? And he looks at me and he goes, I don't know. And I thought, wow, this guy works here. And he said, I don't know. Like, what do I know? What do you care? And what do I know? And I was thinking, that was really rude. So I started walking over to the deli, and I realized, oh, that shirt wasn't the color of the rest of everybody else's shirt. And it's not the style of everybody else's style.
Oh my gosh.
And
that's
he really
funny.
didn't know. And I thought, oh, I'm kind of embarrassed now. But
okay.
You're right. Some people don't know, and they give you an answer that they think you want to hear.
Right.
And unfortunately, it's sometimes the wrong answer. But I'm telling you, this is 0.925 sterling silver. We know.
We can tell you.
I think that's one of my most favorite, and it will be on my tombstone. I know. That's what it will say in quotes.
You do say that a lot.
He always said, I know. It's the Portuguese thing.
That's true.
I got it from my mom.
That's true.
So anyway, Great price, 0.925 sterling silver. It's 2 inches tall, so
Yes.
that's quite tall. You can't really tell.
But it's funny, if somebody said 2 inches, I would think it's big, but it looks really good, right?
Well, that's perspective. Why
Yeah.
I think 2 inches. Oh, is that
Yeah,
big
right.
or not?
Yes.
So, but 2 inches is quite large.
But it's in a good way. You know, it really stands out. It looks really good.
and that's
And
the
what
thing.
I like is you were able to fit the 4 quilt designs.
Right, and
Right?
we
Which
have to
makes
be
it really neat.
we have to be very careful when we say it's not too big and it's not too small, because when we say it's not too big, people think that, oh, it's big and it might be heavy. But it's not heavy, because
Oh,
we
no.
know a lot of people have a
Right.
sensitivity
Yeah.
to having
No.
a weight around them.
I always talk about weight
Yes.
with the jewelry pieces that we select, that there's something about the right weight that makes it feel very expensive, very elegant.
You're right.
Right?
actually.
If it's almost too light, maybe, I don't know.
Feels
but-
a little cheapy.
Right.
And if
but-
it's too heavy, it is
weighs
a burden.
you down,
and you're always
it's
noticing
uncomfortable.
it. Mhm.
Yeah, this is where I'm not aware of it, but when it's interesting, but when I pick it up, I can feel that it's a very nice, solid piece.
It's
in
like a
good
silver
way.
bar.
Yeah.
would-
I definitely think this would look good on a man too, like you're saying.
It would,
So-
with the thicker chain,
know.
maybe a Milano or
Right,
a curb link,
right.
or
Well,
even a thicker rope.
And a lot of you have your own chains, so it
Mm-hmm.
was nice that you pointed out that it has a larger bale,
Bale.
so it could fit. But the main thing is that I think jewelry should make you feel good about yourself and just feel good wearing it. It makes you feel special, and that you're not doing it for anyone else but yourself. It's how you feel, how you look. And so many of you have shared that with us, that it just brings you a lot of happiness, which makes us happy to hear. And
That's part of our job,
right,
to spread happiness throughout the world. Now, let's say you need something to match with that beautiful pendant, but you want to stay in the affordable range. Our quilt earrings.
these are
the
very,
salute.
very nice.
I mean, look at that price.
Yes.
You can't beat it. And they're
Right.
silver too, so the polishing cloth will work beautifully. Now, you have your choice of dangle or post.
Yeah, that's a shockingly low price. Whenever I see the price, I'm like, what?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay. But I also really appreciate when we get calls and people say, thank you for having the show, thank you for making these beautiful jewelry pieces available to us. And we get that all the time.
And things have
And-
gotten
yeah.
so expensive lately, food-wise.
I know.
And the thing is, you want to be able to still give gifts for special occasions, but we know that you have other necessities that you have to buy before you have to buy gifts. So we're totally sensitive to that.
I know.
But we also know that, you know, you have to be mindful of a budget, and we keep that in mind when we're finding things. So some people want,
Right.
you know, 14 karat gold. Other people can't buy 14 karat gold at the moment. So this is the next best
Right.
thing.
So, as Wayne was pointing out, you get your selection, right? This is the shepherd's hook. Those are so easy to put in through your pierced ears. They move, they dangle, and it's a favorite for a lot of people. And then, of course, you also have the option for the traditional post earrings. And there's a lot of you who end up buying one of each just for how you're feeling, and you know, depending on what you're wearing, if your hair's up or your hair's down, you might want to wear a certain one. But along the lines of keeping it affordable, we have so many of you saying you have several grandchildren, or you have a very large family, or you have a lot of people you know who are graduating and you need to get a lot of gifts. And we know it's a challenging time, so you want to keep it affordable within your budget, but at the same time, you want them to have something really special from you.
And this is the perfect match to the pendant. In a couple shows, we'll be featuring a bracelet too that goes beautifully with this too. So these are about a half an inch. So if you're wondering, and they are 0.925 sterling silver, so you won't have any problem with allergies. So we want to make sure that we're ticking all the boxes when we're featuring these. Now these are a cutout design, and we like the cutout design because it actually shows your skin through it, and it pops a design of the earring a little more.
Right.
So they're not, again, not too big, not too small. I think they're just the right size.
Yeah. I mean, look, this one is the post back, so if you want it sitting right up on your earlobe, it looks really pretty. This, again, is the dangle, so you're going to get a little bit of movement while it dangles from the shepherd's hook. And the other thing that we've been mentioning to you, which every time we talk to someone on the phone, they're always so excited and say, that's a great idea, is that you have someone special in your life. It may be a granddaughter or your daughter or your mom, and you want to give them gifts, more than one gift in the year or every year, or it may be for several events through 1 year. So you're trying to think, oh, what can I get? How am I going to spread it out? How am I going to afford all that? So you could give them the earrings for one gift, and then you could give them the necklace, the pendant with the chain, for another gift. And then they have a matching set, a collection that they're going to really enjoy.
And then you don't have to worry about it for a whole another year.
Yes.
And we will take care of you next year. We always take care of you. And this month is no exception, because we're going to be featuring a lot of new things. And we have a surprise coming up this month that I can't really talk about, but it was I'll give you some clues. It's something that was super popular, that sold out, which is basically pretty much everything
that
we
we've
have
been
on the
getting
show.
a lot of calls about when are we going to get it back.
And we already have a list of people that want this particular item. So
stay tuned.
It's already going to be close to selling out
Yes.
as soon as we feature it.
So keep watching.
So keep watching. I'm going to keep that suspense there. It's very easy to
kind of
order.
like a riddle.
Well, it kind of is. But it's very easy to order. You could give us a call at 888-965-7467.
Or 808-892-3337.
Or log on to www.showcasehawaii.tv.
Looking for Hawaii-inspired items at affordable prices? Watch Showcase Hawaii at 6:30 a.m., 3 p.m., and 12:30 a.m. every day on Spectrum Channel 1016.
When you think about it, there's a holiday almost every month. And if there's not a holiday, there's a birthday, an anniversary, a baby Loa. I don't care what it is. There's something every month that's going on.
I'm always so impressed because we do have a lot of customers that really stay on top of their gifting and they buy everything in advance and they have everything ready to go and they send things out earlier. You know, I'm so envious, and I always ask them for tips and tricks because, you know, they're just really good about that. I mean, your mom was great. She would always send you a birthday card early. She always sent things, you know, ahead of time if it was a holiday.
But
I just thought that was really good.
We're always looking out for new things for you to send.
Yeah.
And this flower lay heart pendant is a new item. We only have a limited number of these, but it's that special item that, you know, isn't too expensive,
Right.
that you could send to pretty much anybody that loves plumerias or hearts.
Yes.
This particular item has that beautiful little CZ, that's a pink CZ, in the middle of the plumeria flower. And that plumeria flower dangles independently from the heart itself.
I always like when it has that feature because it moves with you and it just adds a different element, so it's not just a static pendant. It actually has that movement.
Now we're including an 18-inch chain, and it does adjust, so you could adjust it higher or lower,
Right.
as with all our 18-inch adjustable chains. The thing I like about this particular item too is that you have that perfect plumeria in the center with the cubic zirconia in the center, and then the lay or the heart is made up of a bunch of plumerias that are kind of brought together in this nice organic shape of a heart.
Right, like a lei going around in a heart shape.
So all the little flowers, are coming together to form that heart. So I really love that. But we've featured other items in silver that have pink cubic zirconias.
Yes.
So this will match perfectly with that, and you could add it to your collection. Or if you're going to gift it to somebody, that you've already gifted a pink cubic zirconia to. This will match in their collection.
Right. Which is nice, because we're always talking about either starting a collection for yourself or helping someone else start a collection, which you can then kind of add to and help with them mixing and matching or putting things together that they can wear either together or separately.
Now we have beautiful gift boxes that we're going to put this in, so you don't have to worry about that, because we have our own design of gift boxes that we include when you purchase one of our items. We're also offering, as you know, or maybe you're new watching it, we offer free shipping to throughout Hawaii and to the mainland too.
I wanted to point out that this has an adjustable chain, and what makes that so great is depending on what collar line you're wearing, you can wear it longer or you can wear it shorter. And I also want to say that, hearts are not just for sweethearts, let's say. So I just had someone that I was talking to today, Cheryl, she called, and she was buying a heart for herself and a heart for her sister. And she said, oh, it's her birthday coming up, and so I want to be able to gift her something. And it just is so sweet to me. It's really nice when you think of someone and you get them that gift that's unexpected. And she was saying, oh, I know that she loves silver, so she's really gonna love this. And I just thought that was really sweet. And then I had another customer for his granddaughter. He had purchased our CZs that were heart-shaped, and so he wanted to give her this gift, which he thought she could pair together, like you were saying. Now,
we have so many things on our website. If you haven't visited our website, it's at www.showcasehawaii.tv. And a few shows back, we mentioned that we're being broadcast on the mainland now. So for all the people watching on the mainland, all the way up into Hawaii, into Alaska, we've gotten calls. Now, if you're watching, you get free shipping.
I know, which is amazing, right? I mean, a lot of people don't expect that, and they're really surprised. But it has been a lot of fun, I think, seeing all the different cities, all the different states, people watching. They'll call while they're watching. We had someone from Louisiana call, and she said, I was just there recently, and I just loved swimming in the ocean. And so she was looking at a lot of our sea life pendants, and it's just really interesting hearing their stories of them visiting. Someone else called and she said, oh, I'm on my way to Hawaii. So it just makes the world a little bit smaller, because you're in contact and in connection with everyone. And I think we just always feel really nice that we're bringing people together and they're sharing their experience, and then they want to send gifts to friends and family just to share the aloha, what they experience here, and then they want to take back a little bit of aloha with them.
It's like Lori said, we really enjoy doing that. It's nice for us to do that, and it's a lot of fun. It's almost like when we're trying to feature new things for the month, for us, it's kind of this hunt, because we've been doing it for so long. Immediately when we design our item, see the finished product, or see a new item that we feature from all around, we'll know if it's going to work or not for our audience and for you, because we've been doing it for so long that we see something and we could pinpoint what the features are that you might like. So we're constantly looking and we're constantly saying, this will work, oh, this won't work, this will work. But, you know, as we do that, or as we've done that over the years, we've been able to curate this beautiful collection of pieces that you can have for yourself,
Yes.
or you can send out to friends or family.
Well, it's a nice affirmation because even today, Lorraine called and she said, I get so many compliments on my jewelry, and I just want to thank you so much for, you know, offering such great items at these affordable prices, because then she's able to add to her collection and also to send gifts out. So she was buying multiple items. But it's always really nice, you know, Glenn called the other day and he said, I'm just calling to thank you because my grandkids just loved all their gifts. And I guess it was just nice for him to have somebody to talk to, because he called a few times to kind of get advice, and then he was just super excited to receive it. But it really meant a lot to me that he took the time to call us and to, you know, he just was like, I just called to thank you, and I just really appreciate you guys. And then when he was saying goodbye, he said, love you guys. And I just, you know, I think that's so nice.
Well, we get a lot of people like that will call or email or text, or, you know, some people say, I really love watching the show if we're about town. And that's really nice too. But we're always happy to meet our customers. And we're always happy to bring new things like this flower lay heart pendant to you, because again, we saw it and we thought, oh, this is special. I think there's going to be a lot of people like this.
Right.
You were saying that it's very light, so you don't even notice that it's on.
Yes, and that's what I like. It definitely looks more expensive than what, you know, we have listed. And it's funny because I was also having that conversation with someone where I was telling her, you know, I always have this discussion with Wayne, you know, should we raise the price so that people think, wow, it's really expensive and, you know, it's of value?
Well, it's, you know, they teach you in business and marketing, it's public perception or perceived value. But for me, my goal in creating, or our goal in creating this show, was to bring you affordable pieces that were well made, had high quality, and that you feel proud to wear or give. Well, we hope you're able to get in on one of these great deals today.
The ordering process is so fast and so easy, so log on to showcasehawaii.tv.
Thanks for watching.
Bye for now.